It's difficult to get those images out of your head. That was how the SNP's Westminster leader described the scene outside his former First Minister's home earlier this week.
We've had arrests, resignations, arguments over membership levels.
Which Scottish politician might be arrested this week?
I presume you're assuming that Nicola Sturgeon might be arrested.
I'm assuming nothing, it's just a speculation.
Few people will have missed the scandal engulfing the SNP over the last few months.
Since Nicola Sturgeon resigned as First Minister, barely a week has gone by without a new scandal.
A police raid on the former First Minister's house.
Her husband and the SNP's chief executive arrested. Colin Beattie MSP, the SNP's treasurer, arrested. And now Nicola Sturgeon has been arrested as well.
All of this reportedly centring around a fraud investigation looking into the whereabouts of £600,000.
£600,000 worth of donations that had been raised by the party ostensibly to campaign for and hold a second independence referendum. Now it's alleged that the money instead was used to help with the party's day-to-day running.
Where has that money gone? And what exactly has happened in the SNP?
Well, in Parliament today, one SNP minister sighed and told us you can't control what you can't control. And tonight, this is a party that appears to have lost total control.
A motorhome has been impounded. Police reported to be hunting burner phones, and the SNP's long-standing auditors have jumped ship. But how has the SNP responded?
At every turn, they have chosen secrecy and cover-up over transparency.
You know, it goes back a long way. There's been a culture of secrecy and an aversion to transparency at the top of the SNP for a very, very long time.
They lied to journalists over membership figures, leading to the resignation of their chief spin doctor.
And now they are arguing amongst themselves. But this is not the first scandal that the SNP has forced on Scotland.
The SNP's hushed up sexual misconduct allegations against council leader Jordan Linden.
Allegations that have been made and complaints that have been made about how the party could have handled the process better.
They tried to hide sexual misconduct allegations against Patrick Grady MP.
The Herald newspaper reports that it has seen letters detailing further SNP staff concerns about Mr Grady's behaviour and suggesting the MP was being protected by the party.
Even putting a complainant in the same room as Mr Grady.
Blackford allegedly, well not allegedly, he did. He put both complainant and the MP that the allegations were made against in the same room without the complainant knowing that was going to happen.
They've hidden the outcome of a bullying probe into former Minister and current SNP MSP Fergus Ewing.
Next question, sorry. Did you regret standing literally by Fergus Ewing when he was accused of bullying the first time round?
Former SNP Finance Minister Derek Mackay was forced to resign after inappropriately messaging a teenage boy.
And this isn't just any old sex scandal. These are suggestive messages that the Finance Secretary was sending to a 16-year-old boy on social media.
And who can forget Margaret Ferrier MP's reckless flouting of COVID rules that endanger lives across the country?
It's with complete shock that somebody could be so reckless with the staff at the House of Commons, with the fellow member MPs, but also travelling on public transport as well. Completely reckless behaviour, totally unacceptable, and I'm very angry.
Or former MP Natalie McGarry, who is currently convicted of embezzlement.
Ms McGarry was jailed for embezzling £25,000 from the SNP and a pro-independence group.
Behind it all, the deep divisions between Nicola Sturgeon and her mentor Alex Salmond have loomed over the SNP.
Alex Salmond says she has repeatedly misled Parliament on this and that this puts her in breach of the ministerial code, an allegation she denies.
Some of the SNP's scandals have had tragic consequences. Under the watch of Shona Robertson, now the Deputy First Minister, they covered up the reasons for the death of 10-year-old Millie Mayne at the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital. And they've taken no action to provide closure to other families affected by the scandal at the hospital.
This is a party that is mired in sleaze and determined to bring Scotland down with it. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can restore our trust in politics and in our institutions that have been trashed by the SNP. We can turn the page on this dark passage in Scottish politics. But that can only happen with the SNP out of power at Holyrood. So join us, Scottish Labour, as we take the fight to the SNP at Holyrood and the Tories at Westminster to deliver the change that Scotland needs.